What it is, what it ain't, and what it will be, Cowboy Nation. Cowboy Headquarters, it's your boy G, the number one Cowboy fan. I have to coming at you live, direct, and correct with some more news that you can use. So, we're back on the mic with some news that you guys probably have heard, and if you haven't, I'm going to give it to you now. So, first of all, I want to say thank everybody for being in part of this Cowboy huddle, where we talk about nothing but cowboy talk. This is no politically correct channel. This is where we come and we talk nothing but barbershop talk. And I guarantee in just a few minutes, my grandson is going to come in here and want to know what I'm doing because he hears me talking. But anyway, I want to thank everybody for subscribing and commenting on the channel and playing a major role in supporting the channel. As you know, right now, Mike McCarthy is still building up his dream team coaching staff. And I'm telling you, man, this coaching staff is like it got some weight to it. I don't know what you guys think, but I really think that he's building a top-notch coaching staff. But before we go into that, man, like I said, once again, want to thank everybody for being a part of this. And if you haven't hit the notification button, please hit the notification button because I definitely want you guys to get this news first. So, like I say, when you don't see me within a week or so, that's because I'm gathering information to bring to you. I don't want to take up all your time and be on here every day or every other day. But when I do come, I want to be effective and I want to come with some substance. So I think I've come to the point where I found some information that I would like to share with you guys. So let's get right on into this, man, and let's talk about our Cowboys and what's going on. So, as you know, Mike McCarthy is basically our head coach, man. That's weight in itself. You understand what I'm saying? That is weight within itself to have Mike McCarthy a part of the Cowboys. And not only that, just to see Jerry Jones finally realize I better move out the way and I can't pick these coaching staff because if you notice in the past, Jerry Jones was the primary part as far as picking coaches. We had one time we picked the offensive coordinator before we picked the head coach with Wade Phillips and Jason Garrett, which was total a catastrophe because with that being said, you just have different philosophies and you got all these different philosophies coming amongst each other and it doesn't work. So kudos to Jerry Jones for finally realizing that, hey, if I want to win, I got to get out the way, got to get some coaches in here with some staff, with some substance and with some history and knowledge. So let's go into this coaching staff. We're going to talk about this coaching staff. So as we know, Mike McCarthy is our head coach. He's 56 years old. He's had 26 years in the league, and his most recent job was with the Packers, which we all knew that. He was with head coach from 2006 to 2018. According to, who is this we talking to here? According to the Cowboys Wire, they give him an A+. Give Cowboys an A+ for this choice, which I say the same thing. It is A+. You're gonna get no better than that. He was the hottest thing, and y'all already know I've been promoting Mike McCarthy since, I think since week 12. So, this is a major move, and I guess evidently Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones and all the rest of them are watching this channel. We called it. Did we not call it? We called it. So there it is. There it is. So let's move on. Offensive coordinator. I'm still trying to figure out how this is going to work. Offensive coordinator is Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore is 31 years old and has 2 years experience in the league. Most recent job, which we all know, is the Dallas Cowboys. Let's talk about Kellen Moore. Now, according to Cowboys Wire, they give it a grade A. I guess I'm just still trying to figure this out. How this is going to play out as far as his role as the offensive coordinator. Will they be splitting time between Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore as far as sharing these play callings, or will he be designated as the play caller? Will he be up in the booth as far as Kellen Moore be up in the booth looking down? Who knows? But Cowboy Wire gave him A+ for this selection. Going into defensive coordinator, we got Mike Nolan. Wait a minute, my computer's doing something. I'm not going to touch that right now. because I don't want this thing to stop. Y'all know how hard it is to start recording and then come to find out it didn't record. I've been a part of that. And this thing better not be trying to restart. We're at 5 minutes right now. Anyway, so our defense coordinator is Mike Nolan. Mike Nolan is 60 years old. He has 32 years of experience in the league. His most recent job was the Saints linebacker coach from 17 to 19. So this guy, that's some experience. Woo! This is what we're doing. We're bringing experience on. Man, can y'all smell what's being cooked? Oh yeah, it's being cooked. Yeah, I might hear my stomach growl because I ain't ate yet. It's early in the morning, but I might put something in the stomach. So if you hear it, don't judge me. I'm hungry. And the wifey, she has left with the grandson and son. So I guess every man for himself today. It's cool. But anyway, so Mike Nolan. Let's talk about a little bit about Mike Nolan. Mike Nolan, they gave him a C. Amazing amount of coaching experience and some quality season, but a lot of his defense haven't been very good. Most puzzling hire. Well, I'll say that because Mike Nolan Mike Nolan basically runs a 3-4 defense. I kind of see where they're going because we've always ran a 4-3 defense, but he basically runs a 3-4 defense. And I see why they're talking about a C simply because we don't have the personnel to run a 3-4. But now with Mike Nolan, I'm sure after looking at a lot of his tapes, he can make a 3-4 look like a 4-3. With an over where you slide the linebacker down on the line of scrimmage to make a four-man front. Which I'm gonna tell you what might end up happening. You might see a lot of Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Man, I gotta open this door. Hold on, y'all. Good grief. I got my incense going on right now. Woo-wee. I love burning my incense. But listen, you cannot burn your incense behind closed doors. Woo, we need some ventilation. Love my incense. Oh yeah, I burn my incense. And I think that's a Michelle Obama I'm burning right now. But anyway, so let me say this. So what you might see is Leighton Vander Esch and Jalen Smith. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something. Them two dudes, they can play downhill, and I can see where they'll do some over on the left side or right side. What is this going on? It's my phone doing something crazy. I can see this happening, so I see why they gave him a C. But I'm gonna tell you one thing about Mike Nolan and up under Mike McCarthy. I'm sure you're gonna see a lot of stunts. You're gonna see a lot of twists. You're gonna see a lot of different looks, which is gonna be hard to defend. Because really and truly, Mike McCarthy does run a 3-4, but I'm sure they'll run a lot of 4-3 this year until they get the personnel in order to run the 3-4 maybe next year. But hey, let's move right on along. Special team coordinator John Fassel, age 46, 15 years in the league. Most recent job, Ram special team coordinator. Let me turn this down, man. It's my phone I usually put this on vibrate. I guess I forgot. So, yes, most recent job was with the Rams special teams coordinator from 2012 2019. Cowboys Wire give John Fassel an A+. Consistently among the best special team units. Risk taker when situation calls for. Players seems to absolutely love playing for him. We'll take it. Moving right along. Offensive line coach Joe Philbin. Y'all might remember him. He was the head coach of Miami. He's 58 years old, 16 years in the league. Most recent jobs was with the Packers in 2018. But before then, he was with the Miami Dolphins. But, he took the head coaching job, didn't do too well. But Cowboys Wire gave the Cowboys a B-, which he wasn't too successful as the head coach for Miami, but they gave him a B-. Head coach experience was not good On O-line in Indy, though early times in Green Bay was very, very good in pass pro. I don't know what I didn't know he was with Indy, but we know for sure that he was with the head coach. I guess he talking about this for as an old offensive line coach. So now let's move right along. And offensive line assistant coach Jeff Blasco. That's a cool name. Joe Blasco. What's your name? Joe. My name is Jeff Blasco. I'll blast you back to the past, cuz. Anyway, age 36, 4 years in the league. Most recent job was the Brown assistant line coach in 2019. Yeah, so he is. It's official that he is the assistant offensive line coach. Uh, the grade incomplete. Who knows? According to Cowboys Wire. Yeah, who knows? We'll see how that works. Offensive, like I say, he's an assistant, so we didn't give him the offensive line coach. Let's move right along. Defensive line coach, Jim Tomsula. I'm gonna keep calling him Tomsula unless y'all correct me. Tomsula. Age 51, 12 years in the league. Most recent job, Redskins defensive line coach from 17 to 19. They gave him a grade A+. Outstanding defensive line coach and has gotten monster performance from high and low pedigree linemen at every stop. Has head coaching experience too. Do y'all see what's going on? What is that? Moving right along. Quarterback coach. Doug Nussmeier, age 49, 4 years in the league. Most recent job, Cowboys tight end coach, 2018. Now, big question mark on that. Big question mark. I'm sorry. How do you go from tight ends coach to quarterback coach? I might do a little bit more research on this one because I'm not sure where this. Let's figure it out. Cowboys Wire gave him a B-. Nussmeier shouldn't be judged solely by his role as tight end coach. Has been a quarterback guru almost his entire career. His most notable quarterback protege are A.J. McCarron and Jake Locker. I hear something going on. What is that? Something rumbling in my file cabinet or something. I don't know what that is. I ain't opening it up. I guess that's that there hard drive on the computer. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah. AJ McCarron and Jake Locker. Who are they? Okay, let's keep going. We also, guess what? We got returning running back coach Skip Pete, age 56, 20 years in the league. Most recent job, Rams running back coach 2016 through 2019. Skip Pete, Cowboys Wire gave him a B+. Worked with Marion Barber, DeMarco Murray, Todd Gurley, Felix Jones, and had success with multiple staffs behind sometimes questionable offensive line talent. Welcome back, Skip Pete. I remember you, dude. Then we got wide receiver coach Adam Henry, age 47, 10 years in the league. Most recent job, Browns wide receiver coach, 2018 to 19. They gave him a C+. Worked with Odell Beckham, 16, 17, 19. And Landry 2018-19, but didn't show anything they didn't prior to Henry. Yeah, really didn't. Tight ends coach. I know darn well he did. Anyway, tight ends coach London Wells, age 36, 8 years in the league. Most recent jobs, Giants tight end coach 2018-2019. Tight ends coach. They gave him a B-. Tight ends average 87 catches for 924 yards last two seasons with ugly offense in New York. Dallas average 82 receptions, 805 yards. Okay. Ooh, okay, let's move on. Okay, I'm not going to get into this guy. That would go to call. Linebackers coach Scott McCurley, age 39, 13 years in the league. Most recent job, Packers defensive assistant, 2018. Linebackers coach. They gave him a B. Worked with McCarthy for 13 years in Green Bay. Worked with A.J. Hawks, Clay Matthews, and Nick Barnett. That's pretty good. So we already know their history. So going on, defensive back coach Maurice Linguist, age 35, 0 years in the league. Most recent job, Texas A&M cornerback. Evidently, Mike McCarthy likes something about this guy. But well, here we go. They give Cowboys Wire give him a A-. Regarded as a major up and coming coach in the collegiate ranks. Okay. Defensive, look at here. I didn't know this. Defensive back coach Al Harris, age 45, 7 years in the league. He's actually a player not long ago. Most recent job, Chiefs defensive assistant. Boy, they better learn to stop somebody. He gonna be the coach. Good grief. Anyway, Coach Harris, they gave him a B-, played for McCarthy for several years in Green Bay, was assistant in KC during Eric Berry's three all pro season. All right, linebacker coach again, George Edwards. Now, this is what George Edwards is going to come in as, though. George Edwards is going to come in as a defensive analyst. We put analyticals together, baby. We making a full, well-rounded coaching staff. So even though he was a linebacker coach with the Vikings, but he's going to come in as the defensive analyzer or analytical coach. He's going to be an analytical coach, analyst coach, whatever you want to call it, however you want to say it. Like I told you, this ain't no politically correct channel. You understand me? So don't be judging me because I pronounce my words. Let's just roll with the punches. Straight up barbershop talk. You heard? So, yeah, they gave him an A. They gave Cowboy Wire gave him an A. Edwards started his career coaching linebackers for the Cowboys under Campo. Will have bigger role, possibly passing game coordinator than just the linebacker coach. Has had impressive run with Mike Zimmer in Minnesota. True that, he has. So that's what we got, okay, y'all. That's what we got. We got through that coaching staff, but man, I'm telling you, it's looking good. Yeah, you ask me. Let's go right on now to on the radar. Let's go to who's on the radar as far as this draft class coming up. Okay. So basically, we don't know exactly where the Cowboys is going to draft. Personally, and I understand, and just hear me out before y'all say, I know y'all going, we just drafted Tristan Hill. We have. But we might need to go and draft in the first round, if possible, if we can, a defensive tackle. Who is it? Is it Woods or is it one of them or was, Woods and... who's the other DT we got? Come on, Woods and that guy. Yeah, one of those guys up for free agency. So I don't know if we're going to keep him, but this would be a perfect time. And first guy I got on my list, man, I'm going to tell y'all something. I've been watching this guy. Is Javon Kinlaw. Javon Kinlaw is 6'5", 315 pounds, and he is a beast. It reminds me a lot of DeMarcus Lawrence. Reminds me a lot of DeMarcus Lawrence. Quick hands, strong hands, quick feet, just straight up powerful. Now, if he lasts that long, it'd be great, but I really don't know if he's going to last that long. So, if we are not able to go that route and he's gone, my next, the garbage man, pull it up. My next pick would be Neville Gallimore, Big 12 player. Gallimore is 6'2", 304-pound defensive tackle. You understand? He finished with 147 tackles and 8.5 sacks. Beast. Straight up beast. More than likely, we'll probably get him in the second round. We could get him in the first round if we really wanted to pursue a defensive tackle if just so happen if Ken Law is not there. But more like he might be a second round, we might can get him. But this is just something that I would think we would probably go. We might go. So let's talk about the safeties. I'm just gonna call out some names. You guys can YouTube these guys. Ashton Davis from California, Cal Duger. Now let me talk about this. Lenore Ryan. This guy is a D2 player. And however, he's playing in the Senior Bowl. And scouts are raving behind this kid. So I got a nephew that's coming out of Midwestern State. And D2 player. And we're trying to get him some looks. He just came from his name is DeMarcus Wilson. And he just came from Mobile, Alabama. He played in the Gridiron showcase down there or something. But I kind of hate that we couldn't get him in this Senior Bowl. And basically that's due to a lot of Midwestern State not doing their business. I'm going to tell y'all something. And this goes out to these coaches at these colleges. Especially you D2 coaches. It's your job to promote these players. If these players are going to come in and sacrifice their body for wins, for you head coaches, and for the school, I think it's your due diligence to make sure you get this guy or these kids some type of publicity. It does no good for these kids to come to your school, bringing all this money, fill the seats, and you guys do not publicize these kids. And my nephew is one of them. Good kid. About 6'1", probably about 190. You know, quick feet, things like that. Look him up. DeMarcus Wilson, I'm sorry. And, but the school, now the coaching staff did very little to get him exposure. And now here we are using my son's agent, and he's working to try to, because it's so late in the game. And he's working to try to get him in certain showcases and things to get him in front of scouts. So basically what we're really boiling down to is the pro day. Now, let me tell you something, you coaches from Midwestern State. You got several seniors coming out this year. You need to reach out to some of these scouts and make sure that these scouts come to your school for your pro day. It's wrong. It's totally wrong for these kids to sacrifice their bodies to make you look good, and you don't do your due diligence in trying to get publicity to your players. I don't care what the record is. My son, we came out of high school. Scouts are not looking at record. They're looking at stats. Okay? They're looking at stats. God, I don't care if you're 0-16 or 0-13, whatever, 0-12, whatever the record may be. Long as your stats, they don't care nothing about no record. So, do your job. Do your job. How about that? Anyway, so I got to move on. So this guy is here he's a D2 player, but he's getting a lot of good looks. Let's go on. Jeremy Chin from Southern Illinois is another safety they're thinking about. And also C.J. Henderson from Florida Gators, Florida University. They looking at him. I looked at his video. He's really nice. I don't know if we can get him, but matter of fact, I'm sorry, but he plays cornerback, so maybe he's in this lineup. Cornerbacks. Let's talk about Dane Jackson from Pittsburgh, Troy Pride Jr. from Notre Dame. I'm not going to go into these tight ends. I don't even know why we're looking at tight ends. I'm not going to go into wide receivers. But anyway, so these names that we can possibly be looking at as far as drafting. Okay, so with that being said, we need to move right along because I don't want to hold you guys any longer. So let's move right ahead. Uh-oh. Let me see. I did something too crazy. Let's move on to free agency. Boo, 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 boo. Free agency. So, according to Mel Kiper's latest, well, we're going to talk about, so basically, I'm just going to talk about the top three. The top 3 free agents is Dak Prescott, Mari Cooper, and Byron Jones. And Stephen Jones had made mention that he does want to get Dak done. And it also was said that Mari Cooper said he wanted to stay with the Cowboys. So what does that mean? There's going to be an odd man out. Byron Jones, love to have you, brother, but you might be the odd man out. So I'm sure they're going to work on Dak Prescott's contract. And not only that, but Amari Cooper, they're going to try to figure something out. But I don't know if Byron Jones will either settle, I don't know what he's going to do with. Then we got Chidobe Awuzie, and then we got Jordan Lewis entering contract years. According to Will McClay comments at the Senior Bowl, we're very interested regarding Jones, but we're still about a month and a half from seeing what the Cowboys would actually do. So we're just going to talk about that. So that's what's going on. So my overview about what's going on is, man, I'm telling you, I'm really impressed to see what Mike McCarthy is doing and what Jerry Jones is allowing Mike McCarthy to do. I mean, he's building a complete coaching staff, which means wonders. Wonders could take place for the Cowboys. I'm seeing a solid foundation being built, and building off this foundation, and that's what it's going to take. And Mike McCarthy is building as if he finna build a house, and he plan on sticking around for a while. And you have to. We don't have time to keep doing all this switching and stuff. Build your organization now and start from the bottom and work your way up. So there it is. So anyway, like I always say, y'all, don't nothing come to a sleeper but a dream, and Mike McCarthy is making it happen. Thank y'all for watching, and don't forget, man, go to our Facebook page, The Information Booth, and check out some of the information that's going on there as well. But like I say, man, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and let's get ready and for a new year and a new season. All right, I'll holler.